there.
Got the line on silent too.
Oh, right, okay, yep. Where should this be? How do these things work?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to put them all up like that. I'm just too weak, right, okay. Thank you.
Too weak. You're a barbarian.
Control, but here we go. See if we can do fade. Okay, so I want these ones down and that one up.
Which ones? Oh, you want?
I want it angled. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Oh my god, perfect, perfect. All right.
Get it. There it is. Look at me.
Oh god, there's already 2 people watching on YouTube, and I'm still doing this.
Are they up? What are you doing, Drew?
YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Something's happening. Oh, you got to stop it from.
There we go. Got it.
You right?
Yep, got it.
Sure.
Yep.
My hand up. It's the Christian and Drew found our sorry guys, Drew's I should be filming Drew at the moment. Have you ever seen someone trying to put up a tent but has no idea that's what's happening? Are we okay?
That's a relative term, isn't it?
Isn't it? Right. We have water, we have everything. Oh, geez, that's coming on too. I can see that now. That's weird. Very strange thing.
You're live. There we go.
I am live. How do you know?
If God's real,
Yeah.
you can't. It's a matter of faith.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right, so what happens, how does everything happen here? I'm looking at Popular Live, 0 out of 10, 3 likes already, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Hi guys.
You know they can. You do know they can hear you. Cool.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm actually looking at the screen for the first time. It's the first time I've joined.
Guys, Christian can actually see you today for the first time.
I can actually see these, and I'm meant to be looking here, but I can actually, the TV's over there. I can actually see this. This is interesting. How cool. Hi everyone. I don't know what, is this not going?
I don't know why that's not going.
Excuse me while we sort ourselves out. Typically, we are unorganised at the last hour. We were good until now.
Hey, right.
I'm going to put the thing on. Hi guys, all right, so we've got a bunch of people already looking, TikTok and also YouTube. What's interesting on the TikTok is that the phone's here and the TV's there, so I keep on trying to look at myself. Things that amuse small minds, hey? Anyway, how are we going, Drew? You can't see Drew. This is Drew doing all the technical stuff here. Well done, Drew. A lot of the shorts and the safety shoes.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right.
Oops, did I? Right. Cool. Is that right?
Yep.
Are we happy with that? Right, we've got 27 people already on. Right, so you guys on TikTok, I can actually see any comments now, and it will probably get lost. So Drew's going to have to keep up with me.
I can see them.
But feel free to write any comments or send any comments. Hi, all of you. Drew can see these. He's used to this. I'm not used to it, so we don't. So I'm just
Hang on.
getting used to stuff. Right. Are we right? What's great? Cool.
So we're
All
just
right,
talking to TikToks and YouTube at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll press record whenever you're ready to start your actual show.
Okay, so we're talking to YouTube, TikTok. Hi guys, it's been an interesting week this week as usual. What is it? Are we 27?
Yep, no, 26.
26. This is show number 26 or podcast, whatever, 26. This week I've been very stuck at doing any TikTok videos, so we don't have any new ones that we're breaking down. But Drew has magically found a bunch of old ones that he's interested in, and he's going to take it from there. Anywho, yeah, we may as well start the start. I can hardly see Drew now. I can hardly see Drew, so anyway, we've got a screen so I can actually look at what I'm doing. Right, shall we begin?
Yeah, do you want to do your tips for the people who are live?
So today, we're doing it for, so today, I will. Today we're at Moonee Valley. It's a big race day at Moonee Valley. I've got a few horses that I've treated that are running, and race 3, number 3 last week, race 2, number 2. One of them didn't win, the other one did win, so 50%. We're usually worse than that. But these are just horses. These are not tips. Drew and I are shocking at tipping. We've established that. So we got race 3, horse 3, which is Yarrawonga. It's a Gay Waterhouse horse. We've got race 9, Diamond Decorated by Pat Terry. I just treated that the other day. Brace and Style, which is Shane Nichols. So Diamond Decorator is horse number 7, and Brace and Style is Shane Nichols' horse is horse number 3. That's in race 9. And then in race 10, we've got Chief El Tony, which is Alex Ray's horse, and Papillon Club, which is horse number 8, which is from Greg Urell. So I've treated all of those as well. Yarrawonga I treated last week. All the rest of them I've treated this week. We shall see how they go. I love the idea of Diamond Decorator winning a 3rd race in a row, so hopefully that happens. But if any horse knocks her off, hopefully it's Brace and Style, which is Shane Nichols. There was a TikTok recently of Brace and Style, so good luck to all those. That's what's happening. Now, we're also in Bairnsdale, I think, but I didn't even look at the Bairnsdale races. But anyway, there we go. That's the racing thing. As far as my week, the week has been a busy one. We've had some stuff happen at Werribee Zoo, which, unfortunately, is it that or that? Now I'm confused. Yeah, it confused me even more. We've had a few things happen at Werribee Zoo that I've been notified about, which is the health one of the camels is not good. But anyway, and then usual work week. I actually took Friday morning off this week, because it was nice to have breakfast with Butch for a change. Anyway, so hi Butchie, if you're watching, hi guys. So this is, do we start here? Have we started?
Can you read people's names on that, or is it still too far away?
I can see as a Danza Drip, Donald Bull, Tristan, Tara Marks. Who else have we got? Galactic Mess. Yep. Fergo just joined. Yes, I can actually see him.
Cool.
Scott, Yeah, I can see them. That's really interesting. How cool is
Wonderful. So you can say hello to people personally.
that? Hi guys. Yeah.
Whenever
absolutely.
whenever you are ready, I've already started recording. So
Where Virgo is? What's that? 17. Is that anything?
Virgo, tell us what that 17
Oh,
label
yeah,
at the start of
I
your
was just,
name means.
yeah. So there we go. So, and today in Australia, Melbourne, Australia, it's the Melbourne Grand Prix. Formula One, I'm obviously a bit of a car nut, so I'll be watching the Formula One today. Qualifying today, racing tomorrow. We'd like the Australians to do well, so Daniel Ricciardo, obviously, we'd like to see him go good. I have a lot of references about having Daniel Ricciardo vibes. I'm not sure why that is, but fair enough. Anyway, so hopefully he goes well. We'd like to see him do well, and we'd like to see him get to the Red Bull top team again. And Aston Martin are racing this weekend too, obviously, so we'd like to see Aston Martin go good.
Because you own one?
Hey?
Because you own one?
Because I have one. Because I own one. So, I like Aston Martin, I like them to go well. Anyway, shall we start, Drew?
Sure.
All right. This is number 26, show 26. Thanks everyone who's joined. Thanks for everyone who's watching. Please send us messages. I love to hear messages from you. So ask us questions. The usual ones, ask us questions, tell us where you're from. And also tell us what the time is where you're from. So, that being said.
If by any chance anyone, because I'm just springing this on Christian, right? The new setup, so he's got a fold back, he can see what's happening on his TikTok.
Yes.
If anyone is near their horse that has a problem and wants to try and jump in on the live,
are you going to try to do a live with the horse?
See if we can do that. I don't know. But otherwise, yeah, ask questions.
So Drew's going to try to, you're going to try to get someone on the TikTok.
We can bring in someone.
Like you bring in someone.
Or if you just really want to talk to Christian for a minute or so.
Oh, Drew's going to try to bring someone in.
There you go.
10 p.m. Friday night, New Brunswick, Canada. Wow, Karen, that's
pronounced
crazy.
Canada, but
Drew likes to say Canada. That's really cool. Thanks. Is it Karen? Karen. How cool! It's cool. I like that I can say this. Is kind of fun. Awesome. All right. Let's start with the video.
And we'll be back. Oh, and our light is in the way of the thing.
Oh, do we move that? Excuse me.
Just move
ideal.
That's worse.
Is it?
Yep. Can you go back further into the corner?
Yeah, sure.
That's it. Perfect.
Enough?
Yep.
Sure.
Lovely.
All right.
Lovely.
Oh my God! Not really, but there we go. Sort of. All right. Cool.
All right.
That's nice seeing this stuff.
When to see your vet?
Oh God, we went right in the grass stable. Now, Roger's a thoroughbred racehorse, obviously here in Cranbourne. We were wondering, he was getting an Abbey stall and he was working restricted in the front. So, what's happened is, I was checking the muscles. There's no muscular stuff. So here we have a really good case of, the vet needs to see this one because he's probably got ulcers. So, I'm going to go through, we're trying to, so, I don't know if you can see, because we're going to have a look over this side. Can you see this side there? I'm just going to move over. So, what we're looking for with ulcers, the muscles that I was discounting is this big tricep, deep pec, which is over here, so we don't have that, we don't have tricep, sorry, it's moving around a bit for us, there's lat here, but what we're looking, so you can see none of these muscles are sore, but, it's been protected, but if I go for the armpit here, and I come back 2 rib spaces, now all I'm doing is the gut is here, I'm just touching through the ribs to the gut, and you can see, but he really doesn't like it, so the thing is here, is that that's just an indicator that I use, right? And the reason why I got that indicator is because I would always find horses that I thought had gapping, and I would check the muscles, make sure there were no muscle things, but they were still sore. So we started, the vets decided that they were ulcers, and then we realised that that was the point we could look at to know if he was sore from ulcers or not. There's also a guy in America, Dr. DeMarco, who's awesome, see his videos. He talks about gut problems, high gut and gut. But he also uses acupuncture points to check it out. So Anyway, we're going to see the vet. Sorry, I keep opening, but I just wanted to see what I'm looking for. It's also an appendix or a soreness, but so we're going to see the vet. We'll probably put him on ulcer meds. I will do a follow-up video in 2 weeks to show you that his muscles are still fine and he won't be sensitive here. So anyway, thank you. Bye. Hey, all right. So this is all right. Anyway, so what we have here is when people tell me that you cannot check for ulcers on a horse, well, the fact is you can actually get a really good indicator of if you've got a reactive gut or not. Usually a reactive gut can be acidosis. I'm trying to work out which. Thank you, Drew. Usually a reactive gut can be acidosis because ulcers are progressive, right? So you get an annoyed stomach lining, then you start getting lesions, then you get ulcers, then you need medication, you need a vet. Or like I always refer stomach stuff to vets. I don't try to do it myself. So refer it off to the vets. Anyway, the way you can check for ulcers is on this picture here. I don't know if you can see where the lat is or where the tricep. There's usually rib spaces. So you just go to the armpit, you come 2 rib spaces back, and you push your finger into it. And if you get a reaction there, you're going to have some sort of gut issue. That's when you decide that you've got to go and speak to a vet. I've done this plenty of times. There's a guy called, I think I said Dr. DeMarco, it could be DePolo, I think it is DeMarco. He's in the States. He uses a whole bunch of acupressure points as well, just to make sure that you know what you're doing. But he uses acupressure points as well. I don't, I just go straight for the gut. And like as soon as we put them on meds, look, 99% of them go. So I'm pretty confident that that's how you know if you've got ulcer meds or not. Even if it is just lesions or acidosis, the medication is exactly the same, but see your vet and get your stuff from the vets. There are herbal things that you can do, but I like herbs, but for gut things, I prefer to just medicate first and then support with herbs. There we go. How are you, Drew? Yeah, I'm looking at both of them. I'm looking at you and there.
No, who's joined us? Who's like?
Oh, that's your job. You're not all of a sudden out of a job.
The people want to talk to
Okay,
you.
Rachel joined. Stephen Musgrove, is it? Fanny, hi Fanny. That's Pet Physio. Oh, well done. Hi Fanny, the Pet Physio. I wonder where you're from. Let us know where you're from.
I think that's Fanny who sent us a couple of videos.
Oh, there you go. No, that was. Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, it is. Sorry, you're absolutely right. And you know the woman who has the laser business?
Yeah.
I ran into her at Shane Nichols' stables the other day. He had an open day, and I ran into her. She's like, "Oh my God, Christian!" So we ended up having a bit of a chat, which was really cool.
I think it was, maybe. No, it doesn't. Anyway.
Yes. So anyway, we ran into her, and that was kind of bizarre. That's sort of like a bit of you around like worlds colliding.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. Is that Gentleman joined as well? Cool. I'm just looking at all the other stuff. Anyway, that's about that.
Cool.
So Drew's hungover and he's going to be very quiet. He's going to be really quiet today. He's obviously... What's wrong, Drew?
Nothing, I'm just checking how YouTube's going.
How is YouTube going?
It's going.
It's going? Cool! Anyway, are we going to look at another video, Drew? Or?
Sure.
Sure.
Is that what we'd like to
but
do?
like we said, if you're near a horse or anything like that, or you want to jump on for a second, because Drew's looking, we're just trying different stuff. So Drew, this is the TikTokers. So Drew is trying to, thanks so much for this in your website. Oh, Karen, you're absolutely welcome. That's what I love this. I'm glad you commented. If anybody wants to have a quick chat, which is going to be really weird to do it live, but Drew wants to try bring someone in on this and actually have a bit of a chat. And see if we can share a screen, and then I can see you on this and you can see it anyway. So anyway, what are you doing, Drew?
No, I'm just pressing.
So now I'm looking at Drew
pressing stuff.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, let's go to another video, mate.
Super.
Thank you.
And book.
Yeah, we're at Shane Nichols' stable in Mornington. This is Marble Gold. She's a cutie. I just looking at. See how she's sucked in through the neck here, and if I like you can often see lines through here, right? So if they're sucked in through the neck here, as opposed to being, she's not sore through the neck, through the lower neck, but if I see lines or sucking in here, I look at for a muscle called serratus, and serratus goes up through this way. So kind of just holds the neck. Anyway, so if I see this sucking, I'll go through all the different parts and you can see where she's sore. So she stops being sore about here. So we've got bands of muscle going through here. So it's not too damn close to the neck. There's probably, excuse me, too many chestnuts. I'm kind of allergic to them. Anyway, so you can see where the vertebrae are. It's kind of this vertebrae here and this one here. So I'm just going to treat. Obviously, you know, usually I talk about the lower neck being in the chest, but anyway, so serratus, have a look either on my website or go to an anatomical guide, and I'm just going to treat and chill out and let her. Now, I actually will talk as usual, but what I'm going to say is people often ask, what am I doing? So I always say you can massage this with gun, like massage gun, whatever. Be mindful that the spine's actually down here, it's not up here. So don't hit the spine if you're using anything that's like a coarse massage gun. That's going on. So now, that's one back off too. So what I do is I open up this slippery stuff, it's called fascia. So I've got that with my fingers. When you see me palpating or checking, I'm already treating the horse. And then what I do is I just touch the muscle, and there's a little apparatus called the Golgi tendon organ, which is sort of like the release mechanism of the muscle. And I'm just initiating a response. I'm hardly touching. Like you could push my hand away really easily. You could almost slide a sheet of paper underneath my fingers. Oh god.
Here we go. Hi, Holly.
So I'm just touching the muscle.
How's it going?
You can massage it, use a gun, use your Hello. This is a bit.
How's it going?
That's a bit weird. Where are you from? Whereabouts?
So I'm in Vanilla.
Oh, you got races out your way today, I think.
Yes, we do, and I work for Lindsay Park, so we've got a few racing shortly, and it took me a minute to accept you because I was just watching the first at Rose Hill.
Ah, there you go. Look at you go. How cool is that?
Mad race.
So,
I breed, race, and work within. I'm a vet nurse, so I'm a bit of a mixed bag of everything else, and I'm a third-year equine science student at CSU. On top of that,
unreal.
I was really interested in the fact that we know this stuff works,
Yeah.
but we can't prove it. So that was a lot of the reason why I got into it, and I almost finished my Emmett qualification.
Ah, well done. Who did you do that with?
Slowly. So I had the lovely Rebecca, who's been the most patient woman known to God's green earth, and I just very grateful for having had her life and around me.
I keep on losing you because there you go. So I don't know if you know, but the reason why Rebecca does what she does is because of me.
Yeah, she talked about you in the classes, which is really cool.
Isn't that interesting?
Like a few of us brought up videos and discussed stuff like.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, it came up for sure. Like, so a bit of background. You treated how I found you is you treated a baby that I raised, funnily enough. So a horse called Inner Circle, chestnut gelding, who went up through jump off. So I raised him as a baby, and that's how I kind of found you. And I'd always had an interest in the massage side of things because I'd broken my neck, and I know that chiropractic worked for me.
I broke my back. That's how I got into it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, I've only ever let one chiropractor touch my back, and he nearly like put me in a freaking.
Absolutely.
Well, you maybe use a cane for like 6 months. So
yeah, right.
The idea of doing that to horses, I find it really abhorrent. So I love the idea of using such simple things.
Yeah.
And I actually have foals that I've been using the Emmett on, and a yearling now who's grown up the entire way, and he's now good as gold. And
cool.
Like the photos before and versus now. And it just goes to show these tiny 1%ers, like you probably know one of my other teachers, Raquel Butler, has been teaching me for the last few years, and she was one of the really big recommendations for that. So between yourself and her and Rebecca, I've been very lucky to have some incredible people around.
How cool is that?
Really encouraged me, and it really we need to use more of it. Like the
science
behind this is It's
That's
probably
why, you know
not
what, that's why one of the big things about my videos, I hope people who are watching this kind of find it a bit interesting, but one of the other things about my videos is I always wanted to show before and after. So I had to show sore before and not sore after. That was part, because what happened was, if I was just doing that, like, you know, if I was just showing people a problem, the amount of comments that I would get back saying, well, you can't fix that with soft tissue therapy, or that's too, like, you know, too much of a problem, or that. So then I started actually fixing it, like, as part of the videos as well, to show people that it is a problem, this is how you check it, and I'm just going to treat it so you can see that it's no longer a problem. So I think that, like, trying to give soft tissue therapies credibility just by doing that, I already know I treat over 100 horses a week. I already know the changes I make. Like, you know, today is at Werribee is the Dressage with the Stars, and two of the people that I work with are going off to the Olympics. Now, they are people who can tell the difference when I treat before and after as well. So we know it works. We know riders think it works, but it's just trying to get it all out there. I don't want to hold you up if you've got to. What's your race?
No. I've just finished work. I work remotely as a vet nurse, so I literally just finished as you called me, as you had that offer come out. So I was like, oh, talk about good timing. I just opted in and you were the first thing I saw. I was like, well, maybe that's meant to be. And
yeah.
Like the fact is we just don't know. There's so much we don't know about horses. And
Absolutely.
like I had a full-on conversation with someone the other day about fascia. Like explaining to people this, and they're like, oh yeah, you've got a horse with a sore neck, get the chiropractor. And I'm like, no. There's all these amazing things, and like even for me, Christian, a space that I feel is really lost, and I wonder if sometimes we lose horses because we have dysfunction that's not treated. Pregnant brood mares.
Sure.
Like these amount of girls, like you probably see them on some of the stud farms, how heavily pregnant these girls are, and they might have muscle, like they're allowed to get too fat, but even you have these muscle problems developing. How can a horse push properly or deliver a foal properly, or God knows what else?
I'm really lucky that I'm really lucky that the ones that I see obviously are the people that look after them, that get me out there, like Moss Creek Farm, Two Bays, like, you know, Merrick's, like there's a whole bunch of them that I go to, so
things are getting better, thank God.
Oh yeah, well, you know, we keep pushing and we try to make as many people see this stuff as possible, and the more that people see it, you know, I mean, I commonly say about when people say, oh, I don't know if this works, and if you were to go to I'm not a football person really, because I'm very for St Kilda, so I don't watch football, but if you were to go to St Kilda and say, all right, next year we're going to cut back and we're going to take away all the physios and all the masseuses and all that sort of stuff, they wouldn't be able to function. So it should be the same with racing, right? That you should, or any type of horse sport, or any type of horses, you should be using them, people like us, because they're athletes. We, like, you know. Anyway, so yes, I agree.
I have one question for you before we end up.
Sure.
Aside from Emmett, what other courses would you be recommending for people? So I chose Emmett because I wanted something that is very low, like very effective without something too aggressive, because I have some issues. I most likely will probably need a cane in the future, things like that. So I wanted something that I could...
In Australia, I love Emmett.
Not super invasive.
Yeah, in Australia, I love Emmett and Bowen. So Bowen Therapy. There's International School of Bowen Therapy, has a really good horse course. I think combined that they're absolutely incredibly dynamic. The place where they all fall short, in my opinion, is diagnostics. That's why I created my diagnostic website for people to learn how to check. So if I was in Australia and I wanted to do what I do now, I would start with either Emmett and Bowen to do those two, and then I would grab my diagnostic website, and you would be able to find what the problems are. Then you can adapt some of your Emmett and Bowen moves eventually to suit them, and that's how I would do it. And I think that anyone that did Emmett and Bowen would be able to go out and treat most problems.
Yeah. And I do say I love the photos and stuff that you put up. I haven't looked at your website, but one of the girls in my course did and showed us some of it. And I love whoever does your
drawings.
the one that does the drawing, or whoever does but they're really easy to understand.
Yeah,
And
Christy
that's
Sparks.
something that a lot of them don't have.
Yeah, Christy Sparks. She's one of my Facebook friends. She's a friend of mine. She also rides, and I didn't know that she could draw that well until my wife actually told me that she could draw. And then I'm like, yeah, no, but I need real pictures. But you know, I mean, anatomically they're not brilliant. We've adapted from goodies. We tried to take as much from that as possible. So how correct they are, I'm not really sure, but we tried to make them as simple as possible so people could see them, understand them fairly readily, because it was meant more for owners, not for therapists necessarily. But I wanted to make sure that it was okay for therapists and vets too. So it is an artistic impression of a horse. It's not, you know, Sharon May Davis is not very happy with them. She was, you know, but Sharon May Davis was made very clear to me that she's sort of like the Financial Review and I'm sort of like the Sun Herald of anatomy. So, like, you know, I asked her if she could have a look at my stuff, make sure I wasn't full of shit, and she pretty much just told me that it was all rubbish. But I like Sharon May Davis, but she's definitely a lot more...
Everyone's got different opinions.
Sorry?
And that's the thing, if everyone's got different opinions in the equine world, and she has some amazing things that she's doing with the C7 malformation and stuff like that, but if nothing else, if you're able to educate people and get owners, and you've both got different spaces within the equine world to provide a benefit.
Yeah, you know what, I mostly want to be a conduit between someone who's got a problem with a horse and being able to talk to a professional. That's mostly what I want to be able to do. But I'll definitely be teaching soon. I'll do my own course soon. I'm writing it. I'm just so busy that I'm a bit stuck. So.
Well, if you, hopefully by the time you're up and going, I have a property and I might be able to help on that regards. If nothing else, I have very quiet, halted, broken babies.
Yeah.
And we plan to always have that because I think that's something that therapists like Rebecca was saying to me, like not many people get the opportunity to learn on foals.
Yes.
And I think that's a really big let down because we can do so much. Like if you eventually, hopefully one day you'll meet my boy and then you'll see what I mean. But I have photos of him. He was born, this is a 75 kg foal, first foal out of a 12-year-old maiden. He was a limp biscuit. He was huge, absolutely enormous. How they got him out without any dramas is a miracle. But he was floppy and twisted and all this kind of stuff. And that's like, oh, he's going to need this and this and this. And I was just like, okay, well, let's see. But just with some time, a little bit of soft work, using a farrier that was prepared to give it things a try.
Yep.
The difference, you just can't even compare. Like you didn't have to spend $4 or $5 grand and having in this family, I have 8 horses from the same family.
Yeah.
I fell in love with my eldest 20 years ago, and I have his 3 sisters and 4 family members from that.
Yes.
So fixing legs was an important thing in one for the next one. So,
yeah, right.
Body work is highly underestimated.
Absolutely. You know what? I think everyone has a physio. Everyone knows the body work for people. I think it's a natural progression. It'll keep going over to animals. Yeah. So, hey, just before we go, which horse do you like today that are running for you guys, or has it just run?
So there's a horse that I have a soft spot for who's running at Benella. Well, there's 2 that are running today that I have a soft spot for. Rise at Dawn, who's in the Alistair Clark. I don't know if he'll win, but I love him. He's just got the best personality. Yeah. He's an Almanzor, I just love that stallion. And then there's a really smart Rip Van Winkle mare called Coco Van Winkle, I think it is, that's running Vanilla. Those 2, I don't know if they'll win, but like these are horses that, the ones that stick out to me, much like Mr. B, the horses that like have personality stick out to me and are really special. So those are 2 that I have. And Harper Lee, there's a 2-year-old we have called Harper Lee. But I will say my favourite horse in the stable, one broke his maiden 2 days ago, and that's a young horse called Bow Mountain, and Bolt Bastille would be my next favourite.
How cool is that?
We're quite lucky. I'm very spoiled.
Good on you. Well done. All right, well, we're going to go. Thanks for trying this out. It's really cool.
Thanks.
No, my pleasure. Hopefully we can keep in touch. I would be super keen on doing the course or troubleshooting anywhere that I can. And hopefully in the future I'll get to meet you and you'll get to meet my crew.
That's so cool.
Holly, chuck us an email at thelangederequine@gmail.com so we've got your details, and I'll make sure Christian has them on hand when he needs it. And thanks for being our first guest on the TikToks.
No worries at all. Thanks so much for having me, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Holly.
And I don't know how to turn it off now. Disconnect. There we go.
That was bizarre.
Amazing. Wasn't that cool?
That was
That's
cool. How good is that? Thank you, Ollie. That is unreal.
I'll have to delete the whole thing out of the YouTube version
I know,
because
right?
I couldn't see it. It just looked like you're talking to yourself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, can't you see? Oh, on the
No, you can't see on the camera one. But great for the TikTok live.
Oh,
That was awesome.
there you go. That was really cool. All right.
So wait, she's being taught by someone who got into horsing because of you?
Got into bodywork.
What was the?
Bodywork.
Can you? Oh right.
Yeah.
And that
I
person now
treated this woman's
teaches.
horse. You know what? I've got it. So Rebecca. The biggest story about Rebecca and I is one day she got home from work, and her dog was laying in the middle of the yard and it couldn't move, couldn't get up, couldn't walk, couldn't do anything. And the vet said that they were going to have to put the dog down. So she called me and asked me if I could look at this dog. And so I got there and I treated the dog, and I thought, for sure she's going to put this dog down. And so what happened was Gemma is the dog's name. And so what happened was I went there, I treated the dog. I said to her, look, I'm going to come back tomorrow just to make sure I treat it again, because I didn't want her to take it to the vet and put it down. I was trying to buy myself a little bit of time. Anyway, I treated it, I went home. The next day, I went back to the house, I knocked on the door. She opened the door, burst into tears, and the dog was standing behind her and walking around. So it went from being a complete paraplegic to walking around, and it was because it had a pinched nerve in its neck.
Oh my god, amazing.
So that's Rebecca, and so Rebecca was like, she decided that she wanted to do this stuff.
Wow.
Because of that.
And she now teaches. Did you
Now
catch
teaches.
where?
Yeah, she teaches Emmett, which is
Oh, right.
Australian-based therapy.
Yep.
So she's one of the Emmett teachers. So she teaches Emmett for horses.
Small world.
Isn't it?
Small world.
Amazing who you know.
All right. Should we go on with the? Well,
Yes.
let's finish this episode because I invited Holly in. I think before it was done.
Yes. So that's gone, right? Serratus. Yeah. All right. So that's gone. So you see lines and sucking in go for serratus up here.
Are you happy to go on to the next one?
Yeah, let's go straight to the next one. Right, so this is Joy. There's a couple of things with Joy. Hi, anyway. A couple of things with Joy. There's a gland here right behind the jaw, and she gets a bit puffy in the gland. It can be allergies, it can be grasses, it can be a whole bunch of different stuff. The thing is, when you get glandular stuff like this or weepy eyes, you'll also often get this slippery stuff. It should actually be slippery. So, you can either detox them, give them fenugreek seeds, or give apple cider vinegar. They're the sorts of things that we do with that. But what we're looking at here on her is, you've got the chest here. If you've got a slightly weird front, you've got a slightly weird front where you're feeling something in front, one of the things you can look at, here's the descending pec. This one here, which is this muscle right here, is the bicep, right? So you can see stuff like that. So check that separate from the chest. You're actually check it separate from the chest. So if we've got the pec or the D-pec or the neck, and they're fine, then check through this bicep muscle. Don't kneel down in front of horses that you don't know. There you go. Cool. Fixed. Thanks, bye. Right, so that. Oh. Yeah, hello. Okay. Right. Hello.
Very big.
Very
There
good.
we go.
All right, so that is the bicep. That's this muscle here. All right. So, look, the first thing that I was talking about, which I'm more interested in than the actual bicep. If you want to see the bicep, go to my website. Go to this stuff, and you can see the bicep here. Anyway, but what I wanted to actually talk about is the lymphatic stuff. If you have a look, and you see horses that have got puffy glands, this slippery stuff, which is called fascia, isn't slippery. They're kind of stuck. Means that they're toxic. You could go by their urine as well. See if their urine is smoky, thick, stringy, like just syrupy, whatever. then what you need is apple cider vinegar or fenugreek. Fenugreek, Drew and I were talking about fenugreek just before. It's the king of the herbs for the lymphatic system. It cleans out all your glands. So even if you're puffy up here, it could be grasses, it could be sugars, it could be mold, it could be a bunch of stuff. In any case, I would look at fenugreek. And for the fascia, the best way that I like cleaning out of... No, he's not poo-ass. He's asking if my brother is poo-ass on here. I don't know, what does he think of osmosis? I don't know what osmosis is. Anyway, any of the gland stuff, any of it...
It's a surf shop from the late 90s in Teesside.
Yeah, right. So apple cider vinegar, or do a kidney flush or a detox. Some of the vets that I deal with do herbal stuff, or naturopaths can do an actual detox for your horse. So, if your slippery stuff is not slippery and your glands are up, do a detox, but I love fenugreek for it. What's wrong, Drew?
No,
we had some comments before as well.
People.
We had some comments before as well about someone being from Sweden or something.
I'll get them back if you want to address the ones that are on screen now.
Oh, what are they? I can't see them.
One from Hungary.
How's it going, guys? Ivan, yeah, absolutely. Is that the one you mean? Yep. And I have no idea what Puas is talking about osmosis, but we are going really well. We're kind of, this is really interesting because I've not been able to see the screen before, so I'm not usually great at new things, but I'm trying. And we're seeing, just down. I have been a bodyworker for 12 years and find your assessment method works great. How cool is that? Thank you so much, Karen. I love hearing that sort of stuff. I love that this website, this thing, is actually helpful to so many people. Seriously, I love it. I love that they were talking about how where they're teaching Emmett that they're using some of my videos and some of my diagnostic-y things. I think it's awesome. How cool is that to know that that's what's happening? Hello from Hungary, which is Fanny, and it is 2:17 a.m. Oh God, go to bed.
Well, she's got a very sore shoulder. That's our mate Fanny who emailed you who got the broken shoulder.
Yeah. Hey Fanny, thanks for being a regular. That's about, there we go.
There we go.
Cool.
Oh wow, what an eventful live this is. One more video. Anything else you want to? Sorry, I sort of stopped you halfway to answer questions.
No, sorry.
You were talking about fenugreek and.
Yeah, no, I finished. Yeah.
Okay.
You interrupted, but I finished.
Cool.
How's your hangover going?
I'm
working
still here.
A bit of vodka.
Ivan, you missed it. We did that earlier, but maybe you can reel it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi Ivan. Yeah, look. Today we're at Mooney Valley. I like race-free, horse-free Yarrawonga, which is Gay Waterhouse. Race 9, the horses that I treated were Diamond Decorated Brazen Style, Diamond Decorated number 7, Brazen Style number 3, that's Shane Nichols and Pat Carey. And then race 10, Chief El Tony and Papillon Club, which is Urel's. Chief El Tony's number 4, Papillon Club's race number 8. Now they aren't tips, they are horses that I've been treating this week, that are racing this week. So we've also got, we just shared the screen, we've got a few going off at Benalla. But I didn't have a look at the Benalla one. I'm sure I've got plenty racing there. So sorry, but some of the Hayes horses are apparently going to go okay, but they always would. Yeah, there you go.
All right, last video for today.
Invite one to join you live as a guest. No. Cool. Last video. What do we got? Yeah.
This is the horse with the beautiful eyeshadow that
Ace Frehley.
he put himself on himself.
We're with Whispering Bob, also known as Ace Frehley. This is, okay, so I'll go through this first. So this is just mud, this is just clay. I'm going to show you his legs. A lot of race trainers actually here in Australia put mud on their legs. It just takes the inflammation, takes the heat out of their legs. Can you see it? So it just takes heat out of their legs. This stable here do it on their horses that are about to come up to racing. So they just like to put it on whenever the horse has done any work. He's obviously rubbed his face on his legs, so he's given himself a bit of a makeover. In the past, you've always heard me say, whenever there's a pole issue, there isn't a pole issue. So he's not saw through the pole. A lot of people would think that there's something going on with this horse, and what we've actually got is there's C1, C2, and the attachment around C2, even C3 here, just behind the gland. Now, be mindful you have the jaw, you have the gland. Don't keep rolling over the gland. It's actually brachiosephalus, just rolling there. Yeah? So, me and Paige are just going to chill out for a second. So, I often ask in stables, some people use mud, some people use aloe vera, some people use ice. Different places use different things. And so different places use different things. So I often ask people why they use particular stuff, and often I'm looked at like an idiot because I should know that everyone has different excuses and everyone uses different things for different things. Seeing I've been on break for about 6 months, I haven't quite got it yet. I keep on not quite getting things, so you see me repeat things, which is probably an interesting thing to see, because I'm just getting used to my feel, etc., used to the horses, getting used to the feel. I was talking before about releases. Obviously, we can see he's kind of chewing and doing all that sort of stuff. Have a look at the video before.
Do you want to be on the show? Yeah. Oh, you sure?
And you can see how much looser that's gotten as well, and how happy his little place is. Anyway, so C2, it's not the pole, it's C2. Right here. Thanks. Cool. Oops. There we go. All right. So C2, cervical two vertebrae. It's a common one for collection. So it's commonly thought of if they're as we know, if people say that there's a pole issue, is that what you're trying to do, Drew?
Yep.
People say there's a pole issue, it's never the pole, right? So, C2, just about here. You've got to be mindful because there is a gland that's going to, like between the jaw and C2, there's a gland. All you do is roll over brachiocephalicus, that's this main muscle. Just roll, I'm trying to, there we go. Just roll your thumb over it. If you get a reaction, then treat it. You can use, as I always say, you can use a massage gun, you can use anything. The thing about that though is that if you're using a massage gun, be really mindful that you've got the atlas there, and also you've got a gland in the neck. You don't want to be massaging a gland, it's not going to be really nice for the horse, but that's one of the most common collection problems. The other thing is, as you can see, here in Australia we use mud sometimes. Well, different places use different things. Some people ice, some people use mud. Bryce Stanaway, who is a race trainer, or used to be a race trainer here, he uses aloe vera. So they're all different ways that people try to cool down the legs. It seems that whenever you put mud on a horse's legs, it always wants to use its face to rub it. So you get things like that horse with that face. Aside from that, that was pretty much it. This is what you're seeing here with me playing around here. What you're seeing here is my website. This is the diagnostic part of my website. This is if you want to know more about horses and want to know more about how to check your own horse, go to langederequine.com. It's going to be over here somewhere.
Yep.
Like about here.
Yep.
Anyway, go to langederequine.com and go to the educational part. There is a free module that you can actually just read through and have a look at. There are also like 2 videos for every module. There's a bunch of stuff there. It's just designed to help you understand your horse more. So go and check that out. Anyway, did you have anything? Sorry, I'm just looking. Marco joined, Bless joined. Hi Bless, hi Marco. There we go. Anyway, I think is that about us?
Yeah, I think for last call for
Last call
questions
for any
and drinks.
questions. Last call for drinks. Last call for any questions or drinks. So that was show number 26. How cool was doing that, a little bit of a sharing of the screen thing? That was pretty groovy.
Yeah.
Huh? Anyway,
Right.
so that was cool. Thank you very much for doing that. It was Holly, wasn't it? Thanks,
Yep.
Holly, for doing that. That was amazing. Thanks for being the first person to try that. We can try it out. We maybe in future try it out with a horse. Try it out with a horse. Did that come up on the screen?
No.
No. So we might try it out with people with horses, etc. You can be in a barn with your horse and ask a question, and we can try to help you out live. That'd be kind of interesting. So now we know we can do it.
Yeah.
We're good. Is that Ishak? Ishak? Ishak. Hi. So that's about it. If anyone has any last questions, we're just about to go. Hey, Sean Hart, sorry mate, you've just joined right at no bingo. No, Karen, no bingo. Sorry, I didn't say all the words. I love it. Well done, Karen. Sean, sorry you joined just as we're finishing up. Anyway, we're going to be back here again. Are we going to do an earlier thing next week?
Yep.
Right, guys, here's a big one. Next week we're going to be 8 o'clock. We're going to do 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to try to make this earlier. Sorry for those of you who don't get up early, but for those of you who do, you know, cool. In Sweden, it'll be better for them too, because it won't be 2:30. It'll be like 10 p.m. So
Yep.
we might get
Hungry,
a few more.
but yeah.
Hungry, sorry.
It'll be better for all the international viewers.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So it'd be interesting. We might get a few more international people. Anyway, thank you guys. Sorry you didn't get bingo, Karen. But that's about it. Shall we finish up? We've got quite a few likes happening all over the place at the moment. Thank you very much. Hey David, sorry. Lawrence, Pace, Snapper. Oh, yeah, thanks Snapperhead. Is that you now? Anyway, thank you everyone. This has been really cool seeing everything and being able to chat with people. We shall see you next week at 8 o'clock. Thank you. See ya. And now, viewers, 302. That's actually up.
Yep.
New followers.
Yeah.
One new follower.
The
You got more than 93%. Yeah.
the interaction, I've been reading and watching lives, which is like, for stuff that, like, I have trouble finding stuff that I'm interested in, like watching. If you got horses, this is great.
Yes.
Most lives are like hot chicks just like having tea and doing their makeup, and they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. But the more that that's why I did this today, because I'm like, if they don't want to hear me in the background going, hi Fanny, hi fucking so, they want you to go hi. And like the interaction like with having people come in and just saying, calling everyone out by name by you will do much better views than what we are doing. I still, if you want to do it, because it'll just, I mean, you won't have to do anything different, but I'd still love to just figure out a day and just fucking sit in the passenger seat with you and just go live the whole time. I think it'd be fantastic.
Whenever you want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it any day. Any day that you make a day available.
Cool.
I would say.
When you're local, so that,
Yeah. So any you'd be looking at.
Hi, Hans.
I wouldn't do it.
Pat you on the head, that was-
I'm not Thai, so that's all right.
You know what?
Thai.
Thai. You don't pat Thai people on the head.
Oh, really?
Ultimate insult.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your normal days when you're in Mornington or?
Yeah. I'd say Wednesdays would be a good day. Either a Wednesday or a Friday. Thursdays are some people are recording.
Okay, yeah.
How are you doing, Drew?
Really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm a bit hungry.
Did you get a big pot?
Yes. Got a big pot. My lime tree. Yes. Yes,
That's good.
I did. So I got 3 limes. It had 3 limes on it when I got it.
And by the time you got it home, they all dropped off.
Some of them fell off, but I've already used
Did you take them back
2
on?
of them with my drinks. Yeah. The YouTube thing, like you've nearly hit the first thing where you're allowed to. It's basically. Do you know what Patreon is?
No.
No. You know what OnlyFans is?
Yeah.
Right. Well, there's actually a lot of people on OnlyFans who don't do like nude stuff and porn stuff. There's like fitness guys, so you basically pay for you do a workout with them or whatever. So like YouTube has a version of that. Once we're getting close, your channel's getting close to, so you can sort of say like the thing that they offered, but they take way more money. Where you can sort of say, hey, if you subscribe to the Patreon, like you still get the free videos and all that sort of stuff. But like, I could imagine a thing where, and I know that you have zero time, and we're trying to wind everything back, but down the track,
No, what
when
we're
there's
doing is we're trying to work out, make sure that I do the sales stuff, the teaching stuff, so I can work with, so we can do more of this sort of stuff that actually sells the sales stuff.
hello.
Hello, you. You looking very sparkly. Are you alright? Drew's now worried about smoking and drinking.
Oh no, can I have one?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because I don't have any.
Unless Christian doesn't get a paper out.
Oh.
Can you, it's in there.
Hi, how
Can you
are
roll?
you?
They're good, how are you? Oh, you can't roll? I'll roll it.
I'm not going to get, hello mate, I'm not going to get angry at you.
But when you,
Well, I'm not
no,
gonna
at
lie.
me.
Yeah, just got occasional. That's alright, that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And then I buy somebody a whole bunch of
I just put a whole packet of menthol so they can hold it for you when you're
No.
popping it.
I just buy cash which we want to write down. Let's look at what people have.
Mine's ground his finger from trying to do
I'm trying to do what?
my crank. He was grinding the crank,
He was fingering
What
the
crank?
crank.
the crank for the car engine. Heinz has been building my car engine. We'll spray some calendula on it later when it's a bit feisty.
It was in fenugreek.
Yeah, but you've got small, dainty veins, so that's going to happen.
I can get my own.
Oh, they've done that to me with the tattoos. And they about 7 or 8 tries before they got the same. The tattoos?
Is it making it hard to see? Or?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like,
Oh,
can you feel
sorry.
it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got thick skin, you can't see. Shari's like,
Yeah.
Shari's even worse. Shari's made of tissue paper, you can see all
She
of it.
can't see it, you don't
You
get
can
any,
see
and they're
my
like,
veins,
how do you
yeah.
get that little
They say
thing?
that they're like children's veins.
Mm.
And so she put, I said to her, no, you can't use that needle because it's too big. It'll just go straight through. So she did use it anyway.
Yeah,
And then
it goes
she's
straight
going,
through So I was watching and she's like going like this and I'm like, what? Go for her hand. She got big ones in her hands and then she flipped it over.
I'm like, this is great. Now I'm not thinking about my migraine or the medication.
Yeah,
Because I took that of it.
Could she get
about taking
anxious
endo.
about medication that numbs her feeling?
Why are you worried about endo for? Apart from
I
it's highly addictive, it feels
I just-
fantastic.
I
It's
just-
basically heroin.
get.
You get head
They
funding.
call it hillbilly heroin for a reason.
Yeah.
I have too many when I had my double mastectomy and I couldn't
Ah.
do it. And I used to start to feel the rush of it going into my.
Yeah,
So
right.
like anything that alters her state.
And I had to
Okay.
have it with a migraine tablet. I've never. had
Having
it
said
before.
that, she's about to feel really sick because this is the first cigarette for a while, so she's
For
going
a
to
week. It's been a week.
This is already.
Well
It
done.
was last, it was when I had my migraine.
Wow. That was Sunday. Yeah, wow. Yeah. You're going to get a massive head rush.
Oh, almost a week.
Mm.
Hello, mate.
None of them. Everyone wanted to hold him. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, lick my.
Thank you. How
Looks
was,
like
how was,
dirty
how
dirty.
was,
Martinia.
how was
Oh,
the,
come Martinia.
wow, today? How was it?
That was good,
Great.
right? We actually decided to share a screen with someone, and she was from. She works at Lindsay Park,
Best
which is
person you
David
could
Hayes.
ever, like, she sent a message going, hey, I'm Holly, I'd like to chat with Christian. And I went, sure, invite. I had no idea who she was. She gets on and goes, oh, the person teaching me got into treatment because of you, and he knew all the people that she worked with, and that is lovely.
So she just did the Emmett course,
Oh.
and Rebecca, who taught her, I got Rebecca into working with horses, and then she was from Lindsay Park, and then she also knows a horse that I treated called Inner Circle. I treated it for Jump Off, that Jump Off show. I treated Inner Circle. It's now gone overseas,
Right.
and she actually bred it. And so she's like, and it was like all these
Oh, that's so cool.
synchronicity things. I'm
The
like,
other thing that she goes, oh, because I was talking to Christian about when he does the actual treatment thing, for consistency, you probably want to find one place that you can film it all at, instead of, different random horses. And she goes, oh, well, you're welcome to come up and use my
farm.
when you film your thing. I'd love to be involved, so
That's so cute. That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really stick with the scene actually, Joey. It is, isn't it? Something happened, he's like, we brought a cat into the house and all of a sudden he's eating more doggy.
Yep.
Becoming more of a dog.
Yeah.
Well, seeing the cat's bigger than these.
Yeah.
Cat's got 3 legs and it weighs more than he does.
Better start doing some cute
She
dog
was
stuff.
coughing and going up to her. You okay?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
She was going to cough up a third one or something and
Yeah.
he's like ran up to see if she was alright.
They make all sorts of weird fucked up noises. Yeah.
Especially old cats.
I just wake up in the middle of the night and one cat's just standing on the bed like over me going and I'm like, dude, water, you know where the water is, dickhead.
Why do you do it over the neighbors?
Yeah.
He's just showing you.
You can go anywhere in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Do that.
You wake up just in time to get up.
And mine don't, because they've never been outside. You know how cats bring you like dead birds and stuff, it's presents for you? Mine just get socks. They'll open a drawer and then trot up to me with a sock in their mouth and go. And I go, awesome, thanks. I'll put that away again now. That's great.
Have you ever seen like birds get really excited about socks?
No.
Yeah, they get really excited. If it, especially lorikeets. If you Perry realised because he saved a lorikeet or something, and he had his foot up on the coffee table and the bird started like getting a bit amorous with his foot, like chatting to his foot and getting really excited. So then what he used to do is just get a bottle, put a bottle and put a sock over the bottle. Whenever it was yelling too much, like making too much noise, he'd put a bottle in the sock and then just sit there and start talking to the sock.
Wow.
But he gets really like excited that it's like a female sock. Hmm?
I think you need the bunny.
Yeah, it's like a chicken wing. First time I've seen him chew a stick.
He's good.
The father.
Yeah, what's it
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's a hard little kid. Good boy. Hello. How was your breakfast? You can see milk?
Yeah, she bought us a beautiful vase.
Oh,
Vase, not vase, jug.
really? That's really kind of her.
I loved it, and I don't know how to cut it down.
I can't buy it, I can't afford it.
You're fucked up.
Oh yeah, no.
That's really
What have I called it again? No, I didn't.
Pomegranate.
I'll go through a pomegranate. So, they're red, so they're meant to be okay.
Go and put the seeds. Excuse I. Go and put the seeds in my hummus today.
We're gonna do the podcast at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, and the YouTube live has just been going that whole time.